All right, we're back. We're still on page 97. We're doing these like crazy 14 formulas problems where we have like multiple things with multiple arguments. And like, I don't know. In the last video, I drew triangles to represent angle A, angle B, angle C, because you pull everything off the triangle. Like once you start with the ratio, use that to create your triangle. Once the triangle is made, you forget about the ratio and you just go for it. We did these, we got them right. Honestly, I'm about to doom myself by saying this, but I can't believe how few mistakes I've made so far. I'm sure they're coming now, but like this is going all right for me. So here's the deal with this. I can break this up however I want. I can do the sine of A. Let's say I do the sine of A minus B, the quantity A minus B, and then minus C, which I think is what I'm going to do. That's one option. I could do the sine of A minus the quantity B plus C. So you have to be really careful here. So I'm going to choose to do the sine of the quantity A minus B and then minus C, right? Because that will simplify down to A minus B minus C. Whatever you choose has to simplify down to that. An alternative is you might choose to do the sine of A minus B plus C, right? If for some reason you want to do that, go ahead. That simplifies to A minus B minus C. You can't do A minus quantity B minus C. That would not simplify to the same thing. So like that you don't want to do. So you make your choices. I'm going to choose the one that I chose. So I'm actually going to delete this one because it's in my way and I don't want to confuse people in the long run. So here we're going to have sine of the first thing, cosine of the second thing, then minus cosine of the first thing, and sine of the second thing. Okay, so we have this. Now what you do is you stop with your formulas there, and now you find the values, and then you're going to replace the values. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So sine of A minus B is sine cosine minus cosine sine. Yeah. And then I'm just going to write down cosine of A minus B at the same time. Cosine of A minus B. So this is why you memorize them. I've been getting this one wrong a lot, though. Cosine, cosine, plus sine, sine. Okay, so now we go to the triangles, and we find things, and we plug them in. So sine of A is negative 5/13. So I'm going to do a thing where I like negative 5/13, and then I'll find cosine of B. The cosine of A is, why is the sine of, oh, because it's quadrant 3, negative 12. I want that one really badly to be in quadrant 2 for some reason. I don't know why. So let me just check those. Yup. And then now B, we need cosine and sine. Cosine negative 24 over 25. So negative 24 over 25 and then 7 over 25. So I'm thinking of the triples to help me like fill them in. Like I only really need to remember negative 24 over 25 and quadrant 2. And it like sort of gave me the values. I will use a calculator to find that. And then here we should be able to steal these provided we got them right. And that's a big provision. Cosine of A, negative 12/13. Cosine of B is negative 24/25 plus the sine of A, negative 5/13. And then sine of B is 7 over 25. Okay, so calculator for those, and then we'll like sub those in. So let me just go to the calculator and get those values while I'm on it. And also, so I already have everything like stored in this problem. Like I know what A, B, and C are. Go back and watch the other video if you're not sure where that came from. So I can just punch these in, and I can like check as I go, which I recommend because it's easy to make mistakes on these. 13 times 20. I don't know. Why don't I just type it? But I don't. So that'll be 204 over 325. 204 over 325. And then I need to do the cosine. So negative 12 times negative 24, and then plus -5 times 7 over 325 will be 253. So that's a triple. 204, 253, 325. That's weird. 204, 320. What am I saying? 253 over 325. So it should be the case that 204 squared. This is like another way you can kind of check them. Well, you can definitely check them because sine squared plus cosine squared should equal whatever. I don't know, should equal 1. So true. All right. So these are right. Well, we don't know that they're right, but it makes sense at least. When we go back to the notes, I'm going to fill those in, and then I'm going to come back to the calculator and do it again. So let's see. And also, I'm going to move this over because it's crazy crammed in here. You can actually put it up there. All right. So sine of a minus b is 204 over 325. I will find the cosine of c minus 253 over 325. So you can tell that a minus b is a quadrant 1 angle because sine and cosine are both positive. Weird. I mean, not super relevant, but like super useful to think of things like that. So let's see. C. Sine is going to be negative. What are we doing? Why are we auto-correcting everything? Okay. Negative 20 over 29, and this will be negative 21 over 29. This is going to be another one that has huge values. So here we go. Let's see. And again, I do feel like I doomed myself because I said that I was doing really well. So I'm going to do, let's see, I can like copy these. This times negative 20 over 29, and then minus this times negative 21 over 29. I don't know why I didn't think to do that in the last one. I think I didn't think to do that. All right, and then moment of truth, let's do the sine of a minus b minus c. Oh, I got it wrong. Come on. Why did I get it wrong? 204 over 325. I don't really know. Let me see. What do I get for the sine of a minus b? Is 204. What do I get for the cosine of a minus b? Is 253. Negative 20. Negative 21. Negative. So sine. Oh, I mixed up cosine and sine on paper. So actually what I was supposed to do here is 20, and this is supposed to be 21. That's it. I did it to myself. All right, so it will be 776 over 9425. But let's go back to the notes and let's fix that. So the thing that I messed up, terrible. The thing I messed up, so I have to assign blame, right? Because I can't be responsible for these sorts of things. I confused sine and cosine. So the sine is going to be, so the cosine, because it's cosine first, that's what I'm doing. Negative 21, so this is 21, and then the sine is going to be 20, and there we go. Okay, so now we got that. All right, so that's one mistake. That's, it's good. Get them out of your system, Should I try to like highlight and show you where things came from? This to this to this became this. And then also this has this value. So when we did this, it became that. All right. Now, tangent of a minus b minus c. I just spent all my time finding the sine of a minus b minus c. I think I'm going to do this one as sine over cosine. So I'm really going to like change the problem and do, I'm going to do the sine of a minus b minus c over the cosine of a minus b minus c, which means I need to find that, but I would rather do that than like all of the tangent things that are involved, because basically they're really annoying to write, I guess. So I'm going to find the cosine of a minus b minus c. And I have a lot of room, so I'm going to do it over here. So the cosine of a minus b minus c is going to be, let's see here, cosine of a minus b cosine of c, and then plus the sine of A minus B, and the sine of C. So do we have some of these values? You know, it's really nice. We have like all of these values, right? Cosine of A minus B from the previous problem we know is going to be 253 over 325. Cosine of C from the previous problem, which I got wrong on the previous problem, is negative 21 over 29. It's because they're all just like a jumble, that this is like an effective move. Sine of A minus B, I don't remember what color this is, but I'm going to try for it. I think it's this color. Yeah. So the sine of A minus B from the previous problem is 204 over 325. 204. So this is actually like a pretty efficient way to do this. And then sine of C should be negative 20 over 29. Okay, so for this, I'm definitely using a calculator on this. Let's see, go back here. And we need to do, I think I can actually just like modify, well, I can modify this one, but like, it's kind of annoying. 253, and then negative 21, and then negative 204. This is actually not annoying at all, but this should be a plus. Ugh. Okay, is that the cosine of A minus B minus C? It is. All right, so negative 9393 over 9425. All right, and then so the tangent is definitely going to be negative 776 over 9393. Let's just check that. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the paper-ish, the notes, let's say. There's no paper here. I haven't used paper in forever. It turns out I like barely, like I own this stylus. I don't really even own a pen at this point. I mean, I probably should. So this is gonna be, so we have our, let's see. This is the sine of A minus B minus C. And then this, I don't know how this color is going to come across. This is the cosine. So I'm going to do that division. So 776 over 9425 all over negative 9393 over 9425, which is negative 776 over 9393, which is what we got on the calculator already. So like we can be pretty sure that that's right. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop this video here. I'm gonna come back. I will do the last problem in another video. This is a three separate videos for this particular page, and they're long. So you know, but it's hard. You know, it's hard stuff. You gotta keep track of everything. Start getting things wrong. Right your head. Keep going. All right, so I'll be back in the next one to finish this page. I will see you then.